So Keir Starmer's proposed plan to combat people smuggling with rhetoric about tackling small boats may indicate a decisive shift in Labour's approach to migration, yet the reality is that such efforts often target the symptoms rather than the cause of the problem, rooted in outdated frameworks, especially the 1951 Refugee Convention, which we're still signed up to. Without substantial reform to this convention, which many argue does not adequately address today's geopolitical crises or the modern movement of refugees, any counter-terror strategies deployed, defining small boats as a threat to national security, will likely have limited impact on the overall numbers. Starmer's counter-terrorism measures suggest a sterner line, but they also raise questions. Will these terms operate? Will these teams, the teams of people who are going to be challenging this, will they operate effectively within legal bounds while dismantling smuggling networks that span continents? Experience shows that criminal networks adapt quickly to enforcement tactics, making these measures reactive and pointless, really. The authorities are playing catch-up. Furthermore, the continual rise in arrivals, despite arrests and deterrence, underscores a failure to create viable legal pathways for asylum seekers. We need to set up consular offices in the northern France if we're going to do anything to stop the smuggling trade. We need to make that trade pointless. We need to make the crossing of the Channel pointless. And we need to set out a methodology which can be followed by European countries on the northern coasts of Africa, on the western coasts of Turkey. The current lack of legal pathways of such channels not only sustains demand for smugglers, but also places vulnerable individuals at significant risk, resulting in the tragic deaths in the Channel again and again. One critical factor in reducing crossings would be establishing safe routes, which could deter dangerous journeys and lessen the burden on the overstretched UK asylum system. Additionally, collaborative European approaches are essential, but require more than brief meetings with EU leaders or rhetorical flourishes or redefinitions. They necessitate binding agreements on the distribution of asylum responsibilities, which are fraught with diplomatic challenges. Starmer's rhetoric signals intent but lacks the necessary foundational reform and broader European collaboration and cooperation that would genuinely address this complex issue. You know, the important thing now is to have a clear head. Put down the pint. Think carefully, and then rationalise. This sort of hot-headed approach, churning out words, is not a solution. The system remains inadequate until a coherent strategy, a global strategy that combines enforcement with humane legal asylum routes and, critically, an updated international framework. Until that is achieved, this problem will not go away.